Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And in fact, Bette Midler is from Hawaii. If you were just listening to the promo that happened to be that discussion with Jeffy a couple of weeks ago, Bette Midler. He's trying to think of the woman from Hawaii, Bette Midler.
That has literally never been said in the history of mankind.
I know, even though she was born in Hawaii.
That's funny.
It's really weird. I've never associated Bette Midler with Hawaii. Have you? Has anyone?
No, I have not.
Very weird.
I tend to
to
think of Hawaii in fond ways, and not so much Bette Midler.
Yeah.
Midler. So
right. What was that singer's name? Don.
Oh, Don Ho?
Don Ho.
Tiny Bubbles, baby.
Tiny Bubbles. Don Ho. Then the big guy with the ukulele.
Yeah.
Sang the Rainbow Song.
What was the?
We lost him.
Maliki Leaky.
We lost him.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, we lost him.
Really? He's gone?
Yeah, I think so.
When was that?
A while ago.
Really?
Yeah, years ago.
I should probably
look it up.
I should have set my Don Ho news alert.
Well, Don Ho's dead, but I'm talking about the big fat guy.
The another guy?
Yeah, the ukulele guy that used to.
Oh yeah,
sing
I don't know.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
What's his name?
Became kind of a big deal.
Somebody will tell us on Twitter.
Yeah, we lost him. But certainly, we lost Don Ho a long time ago. It's sad, and I know it's too soon. So
it is 2007, man.
Yeah.
Gosh,
been a while. What about the other guy? The ukulele guy.
I don't know right now.
Okay.
Now I'm on the ukulele Wikipedia page as far as I've gotten.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Wow, in Canada, lockdowns and limits on gatherings are continuing, despite the fact that, the numbers show that we're recovering from all of this pretty nicely. So, give us our freedom back. But listen to what's going on there. Here's a little.
They do these little question and answer things. Where you call in the officials and ask them questions in, and
people are asking, okay, why are we locked down when the numbers are good?
Yeah, they're getting better and stuff.
This is why.
Yeah, they're loading the video, Pat.
Oh, it's still loading. Perfect.
Yeah, they're playing. See, the problem was they were playing the ukulele in there before the show, and
were they?
Yeah.
We'll have to circle back on that one.
Oh, okay. We were circling back on that one.
I think the guy who invented the ukulele is from Colorado Springs, Colorado, back in the 1800s here.
That's good information. So Thank you.
Yeah, but then he went out to Hawaii.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is going to make you feel better, even though, we don't have our videos ready.
Make me feel better, because it's a bad day for news.
The country seems to be going to hell in a handbasket. This will make you happy. The 69-year-old grandmother, one of them, who went into the Capitol building and stood there, she's been taken off the streets. She was arrested. A 69-year-old grandma from Los Angeles arrested Monday and charged in connection with the insurrection at the Capitol. Lois Lynn McNichol was charged with entering the Capitol. That's what she was charged with. Entering the Capitol. And she's been released on a $10,000 bond.
Wait a minute.
Thank you. Wow.
She went into the Capitol and stood there.
Close one. That was a close one. She was still roaming the streets as of Sunday, but Monday they finally put her away.
Do we have the image of the climate protesters at the White House yesterday? Because they've already been released. Okay? They're out. They're done. They've already, look at this. They're trying to get into the White House yesterday.
My gosh.
And here they are. They're just, no, you're free to go.
And they were released.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the...
Well, that's because that wasn't an insurrection, Keith. This Capitol building thing on January 6th was an insurrection.
With the grandma walking inside,
the grandma.
Standing there.
Yeah, she entered the Capitol building. Whew, I feel so much safer now, because I don't want a person who's entered the Capitol roaming around free in America. Who knows what she'll do next? What if she just entered Dallas sometime and started roaming around here?
Yeah, remember when Harry Reid talked about the tourists in the summertime there?
Yeah, and how they smell?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was the winter, so maybe she didn't stink. But I mean, that's what they think about you. They don't want you in their domain,
They don't want you in
whether
there.
you're in a good mood or a bad mood.
In a voluntary interview, McNichol, 69-year-old grandmother, allegedly told the FBI that she knew about the U.S. Capitol's barriers and security measures, but still claimed she didn't feel she was doing anything wrong. Huh. That's exactly the point with these psychotic criminals.
I'm glad the G-men caught up with her.
They don't even know when they're doing something wrong.
It's second nature to her.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
She didn't realize it.
Right.
Okay.
Like she just entered and then left.
So the crime was entering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. This thing is so stupid.
It is so stupid.
You know, the two people that they've been talking about lately is the one who was sentenced, was it just last week maybe? And she also entered the Capitol for 10 minutes. She's a 49-year-old grandmother. She went in there for 10 minutes. Didn't break anything. It didn't kill anybody. Didn't steal anything. Walked back out, and she was just sentenced. Well, she mostly got community service, thank goodness. But 3 years probation, too.
Oh, my.
Which isn't nothing.
Yeah, but it might come up if she tries to get a job or something like that.
Good.
Yeah, we don't have this, so don't panic in there. But there's a video out there now of, like, the police, like, a window gets broken at the Capitol. The police leave it unguarded. They just walk away, right? And they just leave it wide open. Mm-hmm. And then a guy dressed in all black comes up there and finishes the job. Antifa. So I bet those are the guys that they're putting away right now. Is all the Antifa instigators.
They won't even admit Antifa people were there. Mm-hmm. So, you know, fortunately we're tracking down the grandmothers though.
That's good.
69-year-old grandmas that you don't want roaming the streets of the United States of America. You can feel safer today.
Yeah, think of all the
safer.
world capitals.
Yeah.
That are breathing a sigh of relief.
Mm-hmm.
The grandma.
Mm-hmm. Lisbon. Yeah. They're celebrating in Lisbon right now.
They're like, oof.
In London, there's parades.
Mm-hmm.
In
let's test to see how many of these world capitals you can do.
Yeah, they're marching near the Arc de Triomphe right now.
Is Djibouti a capital? It's a capital. So now Djibouti can relax.
They can rest easy.
Because grandma's not coming to Djibouti.
Yeah. And she probably was planning to. I'll bet this was just the first nation she was trying to take down by entering the capital.
Huh.
What if she did that all over the world? It would have brought down the entire global infrastructure. All right. So I think in Canada now we do have the question-answer session on the lockdowns and why, because the numbers are going the other way. Why are we still locked down here? What's going on?
Hi there. Thanks for taking my questions. I'm wondering about the injunction banning public gatherings and whether there really is a need for such a far-reaching one given the trajectory we're on now.
So, I mean, I think it's still there. We still have bringing large numbers of people together. It can present some risk. We'll continue to look at that. But I think the other purpose of the injunction is to prevent groups that are spreading deliberately spreading false information that can actually create risk.
Wait,
the information itself, if listened to, creates risk to the public as well. So, and that certainly is a need to manage that misinformation campaign as well.
So somebody is speaking and someone else is listening.
Yes.
And we're trying to prevent that.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't want anybody speaking and we don't want people listening.
Yes.
So that's why we're doing the lockdown, so that you can't interact with other people. We're going to shut all of that down. So they're protecting people from misinformation by locking down Canada
and constantly saying
and who gets to decide what misinformation
seriously
is and what it isn't? God, this is just so dangerous.
He just admitted the primary reason that he's like, there's a risk with the virus, but really what it is there's too many groups spreading false information. We're going to keep that kind of information under wraps, so no big gatherings. I mean, that's Canada.
Yeah.
So what we've learned this morning is you can't walk into your nation's capital in America
Right.
And in Canada, you can't talk about fill in the blank, the virus. You can't talk about it with other people. I mean, what the hell?
Bad.
The Western, we've said this for the last 16, 18 months. Mm-hmm. The Western world is crumbling under this. It's maddening, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Mm-hmm.
Sure is. Okay. Also, in Canada.
Yeah, this has been unearthed. It's a video from Spring Break 2020.
Yeah.
This guy predicted everything. Everything.
He's got like Nostradamus and a wife beater T-shirt. That's cool.
You don't need a mask. The mask is about compliance because they know Canadians like to do what they're told. So if they tell you have to wear a mask, next they're going to tell you have to contact trace. Then they're going to tell you have to take the vaccine. And because Canadians like to do what they're told, they're hoping that everyone just complies. And then guess what, kids? Once you take your vaccine, like a dumb person that doesn't know any better, they're going to tell you, sorry, the vaccine isn't as effective as we thought it was going to be. So now you still got to wear your mask, still got to get contact trace, still have all the restrictions and social distancing, and still take your vaccine. And then what did you get out of all of this? You got a whole year where you weren't allowed to travel, your business was closed, they took your rights and freedoms, they forced a vaccine on you, and what happened? The same amount of people died. Everything is the exact same. And now they're going to put you back on lockdown and bring it all the way till July of next year so they can do the same thing again. Bring you from July, August, and September, getting you off lockdown, but just to bring you back on lockdown again. If you idiots haven't figured it out yet, it's a perpetual cycle that you never get out of. And it's a way to take your rights, your freedoms, close your business, take your wealth. Why? So you become dependent on government. Why? If you're independent, the government works for you like it's supposed to. If you depend on the government to give you a paycheck to feed your family every month because they closed your business on you, now the government doesn't work for you, the government rules you. So instead of a middle class, we have the government, upper class, and the lower class dependents that rely on the government to survive. In other words, we have a slave class. And that's what they're trying to do. It's that simple.
Back to you in the studio.
How can a guy that smart wear such a stupid shirt? Come on, man.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man.
That's awesome.
Use some of that wisdom to choose your wardrobe, would you please, before you leave the house in the morning? Brilliant, though. I mean, he nailed it. Is that not a... When did this
well, there's
happen?
been discussion exactly when that was, but it was basically settled on it was around spring of 2020, some spring break event
right?
or something. Yeah.
Over a year.
So I'm trying to find the exact date, but boy, he...
That's impressive. He nailed it.
Yeah.
He really did.
Now I'm going to the gym.
Right.
That's good stuff.
That's really good.
And that's exactly what has happened.
Not so good are all the Dr. Fauci lies, because we're dealing with a lot of what Canada is going through. Did you see in Los Angeles they're going back to mandatory masks indoors?
Yes.
So they had a couple days of freedom, sort of, and now nope. If you're indoors, you got to wear a mask again. Jeez, that's already starting back up. So let's take a look at some of the things that Dr. Fauci has said in all of this.
Oh, the little Dr. Fauci Pinocchio timeline?
Fauci-Nocchio, where he said in the beginning masks don't work. Okay. Then, no, masks work. In fact, you might even wear multiple masks, or 2 at a time, or even 3. And on occasion, he did.
Uh-huh.
He did.
Yeah, he's cute.
Virus not from Wuhan lab. No, it's possible that the virus came from a lab leak. The NIH didn't find gain-of-function experiment. They didn't fund gain-of-function experiments. No, the NIH did fund Chinese scientists who may have done gain-of-function experiments. Just a couple of them.
And those are just a few of them.
Those are just...
And yet he's worshipped.
That barely scratches the surface.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. I stumbled on this the other day. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, gosh. It's not this one. Anyway, there's plenty more. There's plenty more of just him taking both sides of an issue.
Yeah. He's taking both sides of virtually every issue. Plus, we've got some interesting information. There's been a review. I don't know if you can call it an investigation by MIT into the lab leak, but they did a review of things, and it seems pretty damning. We'll get into some of that later on. Let me tell you about Omega XL, though, in the meantime. If you're in pain, a good chance that your pain is brought on by inflammation, especially if it's in joints, that they can really, really get painful and really hamper your movement during the course of the day and just make you miserable. Well, Omega XL is backed by 35 years of clinical research. Now, you might be a little skeptical because it's all natural. It's omega fatty acids, and they got these omega fatty acids from the pristine waters around New Zealand. And one of the things I love about it is it doesn't have that fish aftertaste all day that I can't. If there's a pill that does that, I just can't take it. And so this doesn't do that to me. And it actually works. For me, it took about a week of the medication building up in my system. And then after about 2 weeks, the pain was completely gone because this has an off switch to the inflammation. And when it turns off the inflammation, your pain goes away as well. This could be a life changer for you. Give it a try. Go to omegaxl.com/Pat. And when you buy the first bottle, we'll throw in a second one for free. omegaxl.com/Pat or 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So here comes the Delta variant fear-mongering.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yesterday, Rand Paul tweeted, "Don't let the fear-mongers win. New public England study of Delta variant shows 44 deaths out of 53,822 in unvaccinated group." So that's 0.08%. 0.08% of 1%.
Is the death rate of the new variant in unvaccinated Britons.
Which they try to make sound so frightening that, you must go out and get the vaccine. These are unvaccinated people who got it. And only 44 out of 53,000 plus died. Now, nobody wants anybody to die, but 0.08%, I like my odds on that. I really do. Probably 0.08% of us die in bathtub accidents. Jeez. Are you going to stop taking a bath?
There's so many directions we could go with that question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll have to ask Jeffy when he's in here.
You read my mind.
I already know the answer to it. But he could tell us about that coming up in a few minutes.
Yeah, just got to be safe, So
right.
I'm not going to get in that bathtub.
Here's a tweet that kind of says it all. From Soy Team 6.
Oh, nice. Soy Team 6.
Can't wait for, instead of SEAL Team,
Uh-huh.
Soy Team 6. Can't wait for 2 weeks to flatten the Delta variant curve. We all know how that went last time.
Oh.
2 weeks it would last into 2023 probably. And then good tweet from Steve Deace yesterday about the state of things, about what's going on in the world. 3 examples of why we're up against a demonic spirit of the age and not mere political ideology. The desire for a colorblind society is now racist. The desire to protect femininity from men is now sexist. The desire to protect children from corporate big pharma greed is now selfish. Pretty well sums it up.
Yeah. In so
quite
many
nicely.
areas.
So true. Couple of good omens, though.
Oh,
couple of
good.
things that show that they're still Americans with common sense.
Oh, I need this.
They just did a study and about a bedrock American principle. This was the impetus for people to start migrating here from Europe. Religious liberty. How many people still believe in religious liberty? Is it still a thing? 67% of likely U.S. voters said freedom of religion is very important to a healthy American society. 15% said it was somewhat important. So between the two, that's 82% that it's either somewhat or very important to everything we do in America and having a healthy society. Only 5%, that's pretty good, 5% said freedom of religion was not important. And 4% said it wasn't important at all, with 9%, I don't know. I don't know. We're religious liberty, I don't know. Okay. How is that possible? Who are these people? I don't know who they are. They're like Jeffy. Okay. Pretty amazing. Yeah. So 9% believe it's not important or not very important at all, and 9% unsure. So you got 18% of people, and then 82% who say it is. That's pretty good. You can't get 80% plus to agree on anything except this. And what was the thing yesterday we were talking about that was another 80% poll on Americans?
Oh, they want Trump's border policies back in place.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What did I see? Like 500,000, they think it's 500,000 have crossed illegally just this year alone.
Oh, is that all? That's not bad.
I mean,
that's not bad. I mean, it's a big country. What are you worried about? Yeah, we can find a spot for them. What are you, xenophobic? Is that what you are? Are you afraid of people from Central and South America?
I mean, if you're getting that from me just giving you a stat,
yeah,
then I think you have the problem, sir.
Wow. That just shows what a problem you have.
Wait,
being
what?
Such a hater.
I know you are, but what am I?
Same to you, but twice as much more of it.
Well, I'm rubber, you're glue. Bounces off me, sticks to you. Boom! Mic drop.
Oh, that was
a good one, right?
Yeah,
yes.
That shut me down. I don't know where to go with it now.
You don't, do you?
I don't. Other than this, Senator Ron Johnson held a news conference on possible side effects from COVID-19.
This is sad stuff. Bunch of sad stories.
I don't know why he's such an anti-vaxxer. Why doesn't he want people to get vaccinated? What is he, a racist? Is that what he is?
Maybe he's a xenophobe. Try that line out on him.
Yeah. What are you, a xenophobe, Ron?
What about it, Senator? Answer.
Huh. He's got nothing to say.
I don't hear anything.
He's got nothing to say. I knew it. He's a xenophobic, hate-mongering, anti-BIPOC person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Way to mix that in.
He doesn't like the BIPOCs.
You mixed it in so casually. I like that. Anti-BIPOC.
Yeah. They had some testimony from people who've been victimized by the vaccine, and these are heart-wrenching. Here's Stephanie. Is it Stephanie DeGarry?
Yeah.
Discussing her daughter.
Yeah, Maddie. Yeah.
Listen to this.
On January 20th, Maddie received her second dose of the Pfizer COVID vaccine as a participant in the clinical trial.
Clinical trial, 12-year-old.
For 12 to 15-year-olds. All three of our kids volunteered and were excited to participate in the trial as a way to help us all return to normal life. My husband works in the medical field and I have a degree in electrical engineering. We are pro-vaccine and pro-science, which is why we agreed to let Maddie and her two older brothers volunteer for the trial. Before Maddie got her final dose of the vaccine, she was a healthy 12-year-old who got straight A's and had lots of friends. She had a life. She was energetic. She was not like this.
Not like this.
Although she does still have lots of friends. Upon receiving the second shot, Maddie immediately felt pain at the injection site. And over the next 24 hours, she developed severe abdominal and chest pain. And the way she described the chest pain, and I quote, "It feels like my heart is being ripped out through my neck." She had painful electrical shocks down her neck and spine that forced her to walk hunched over. She had extreme pain in her fingers and toes. It actually made them turn white, and they were cold whenever you touched them. She had edema. So My husband immediately took her to the ER as instructed by the vaccine trial nurse administrator, which is what we were instructed to do. Her blood was taken for a renal profile and tested. She was checked for appendicitis, which she did not have, and given an IV with some
Pause it
medicine
for a
and
second.
sent home.
Appendicitis doesn't bring on symptoms like that. I mean, chest pain? No. I've had appendicitis. You get stomach ache, maybe some vomiting, nausea.
And if you think that family has already been mistreated with that kind of diagnosis, wait for the rest of her comments because it is ridiculous.
Let's see the rest of it.
However, in the discharge papers from the Children's Hospital ER that she went to, the diagnosis stated adverse effect of vaccine initial encounter.
Okay. I think it might be in the other clip where we got another clip of this. Wait till you hear what the medical diagnosis was.
All right.
At first.
Let's see it.
Saying it was due to anxiety.
Anxiety, Pat. There it is, anxiety.
Concerned us, and we didn't agree with it because she doesn't have anxiety.
Get out of my face.
13-year-old can
The
sit
girl
there
can't
calmly,
feed herself.
okay?
She's anxious.
If they have anxiety or mental issues. At one point, they even tried to admit her to a mental hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
I swear, there's no recourse for this family at all. There's no legal recourse.
We did seek additional medical opinions, some of which came from this group. In June, we connected her neurologist with another doctor that's doing research on adverse reactions like Maddie's. She was finally provided, but they finally gave her an MRI, did an MRI of her brain, an MRV, and a bunch of additional blood tests. It took 5 months to get that done. Over the past 5 months, Maddie has been to the ER 9 times and has been hospitalized 3 times for a total of 2 months in the hospital.
My gosh.
What I want to ask, Maddie volunteered for the Pfizer trial. Why? Why aren't they researching her to figure out why this happened?
Because they
so
don't
other
care.
people don't have to go through this.
Wow.
Instead, they're just saying it's mental.
It's mental.
If anybody's mental, it's me.
Heartbreaking.
So today our journey as parents to help our daughter Maddie continues. All we want is for Maddie to be seen, heard, and believed because she has not been. And we want her to get the care that she desperately needs so that she can go back to normal. Why is she not back to normal?
And you can't sue
totally
Pfizer.
Fine before
Can't sue
this.
them.
She did the right thing trying to help everybody else, and they're not helping her.
It's heartbreaking.
Thanks.
Wow. That is unbelievable. To tell her that it is anxiety. Sorry, this is all in your head. You can't walk now. You're in a wheelchair. You have all these bizarre symptoms.
Yeah.
Chest pain.
You can't
stomach
feed yourself.
pain.
That's why
Can't
that
feed yourself.
tube is in that poor little girl's nose.
Jeez.
She can't walk out of that wheelchair. Severe memory loss she has now. And you notice that no one from Pfizer cares. The government, no one's helping her. Thank you, Ron Johnson, for allowing these people to come tell their stories. But when she said, I got medical advice through the help of these people here, this group, she's talking about all the other people that are victims there that met online and somehow made their own community to tell their stories because nobody else cares.
It's despicable. It really is despicable. And what's the recourse for this family? They really don't have any. They don't have any recourse. And they still don't know what's wrong with her? I mean, it didn't sound like there's
No, they wanted to commit her to a
consensus.
mental institution.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they don't know if this is permanent or if this will go away eventually. Really,
Make your own decisions.
really
but
sad.
think long and hard, especially for your kids.
Yeah, 12-year-olds, I don't think there's any reason for that. Why would you even do it? 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Oh. You know what this means. Professional music for a professional broadcaster. professional broadcaster?
Not by you.
Lovely. That's just lovely. Isn't that nice?
Our poor audience. Can we turn it down a little bit though? God.
Oh, isn't that nice? That's
That
nice.
is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Not the word I'd use.
And it signals chewing the fat with Jeffy.
Today, we say... Can I have some sad music?
Oh no.
Just a little sad music, please. Today, we say goodbye to a month of pride.
Oh, no, don't say that.
A promotion of self-affirmation, dignity, equality, and increased visibility of people as a social group. Pride, as opposed to shame and social stigma.
Yeah.
LGBTQ
QIA2 plus.
Pride Month occurs here in the U.S. of A. to commemorate the Stonewall Riots, or Uprising, which occurred at the end of June 1969. The first Pride March, New York City, June 1970. As a result, events are held during the month of June to recognize the impact LGBTQIA2 plus people have had on the world. Presidents since William Jefferson Clinton have officially declared June Pride Month, even if it was only declared on Twitter by one. While many feel this should be celebrated year-round, many colleges, which are not in session during the month of June, celebrate in April, now known as Gaypril. Pride Month of
My gosh,
June
now they're taking 2 months from
ends
us?
today.
Okay. All right.
Tomorrow, July 1st, Pride Month, will officially be declared dead for the year 2021.
Oh, no.
Make this the final day, a day to remember. R.I.P.
QIA2 plus. Pride Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, a month is just not long enough.
No, it is not.
For my money. It's just not long enough. That's only 1/12 of the year.
Well, that's why we have Gaypril now.
So we have
Gaypril.
1/6.
So now we're down to
Nice.
1/6 of the year to celebrate their sexual preference.
Yes. Okay. Or,
So while you're drying your eyes, amazingly, surprisingly, the NFL has joined the LGBTQIA plus celebration.
They sure have, finally.
By putting out an ad that not only claims they are for everyone, but specifically mention everyone, from football is gay to lesbian, beautiful, queer to life, exciting, culture, transgender. Football is heart, power, tough, bisexual, strong, freedom, American. Football is everything and for everyone.
Football is gay. Football is gay. Football is lesbian, beautiful, queer, life, exciting, transgender, bisexual, strong, freedom, American, accepting. Football is everything for everyone. Wow. That's great. NFL proudly supports the Trevor Initiative, LGBTQIA2 plus youth with at least one accepting adult.
Trevor Project. That's the project that what's-his-face Carl Nassib gave $100,000 to. So now it's a big deal for them, man.
Yeah. Football is gay. That's great. On the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, the LGBTQIA2 plus group expressed their feelings that the tundra was just too damn cold.
Oh, no.
And canceled the contest.
What?
15 below zero, they exclaimed, wasn't fit for man nor beast. Besides, several in the group noticed that there were far too many earth tones on and around the playing field, and that some pastels were definitely called for. In addition, one of the Qs in LGBTQIA2+, whose preferred pronouns are we, them, and all y'all, exclaimed that them wasn't going to play anyway because during player introductions, All y'all was referred to in the second person singular possessive.
Wait.
It was a day for the ages in the NFL. The National Football League is gay.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
that was a big game.
It's awesome.
I remember
game.
that. Yeah,
Big
because the
game.
announcers were
That's
having
awesome.
trouble. They kept saying they have the ball.
You're right, and we
But
didn't know who they were
It's
talking
like,
about
what
for a
do you
minute.
mean, man?
I love the earth tones. One must show a hint of color.
Yeah, you got to splash some color around
Yeah,
the
you have
field.
to.
You have to.
Oh, and they will.
Yeah, they will.
And the
And they did. Did you see the shield went rainbow
Oh yeah.
during the ad,
We're
which
supposed
is
to
great.
mess with the shield.
Yeah, the NFL shield
Yeah.
they did on rainbow colors. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. There's not enough of it though. Again, this is
Thank
the
you.
last day of Pride Month.
thank you. We're
We
celebrating.
need to extend it. What kind of discrimination is that where we can't extend it the rest of the year?
Well, we can.
We can.
We can. It just
We need to lobby for that.
I like that there's a movement online. Maybe it'll get more traction next year. That this month is the Noahic. How would you say if you're talking about Noah? Covenant Awareness Month. So the Noah Covenant Awareness Month.
Oh,
Because they got the rainbow flag and it's happy.
oh yeah, the covenant with Noah
Yeah.
that the rainbow
Yeah.
was sent, meaning that the earth would never be flooded again in its entirety. We know there's been
So that's what we're celebrating.
localized flooding since then, but
there has.
yeah, there's been some localized.
Yeah, right in this
flooding.
park right over here.
news.
Right here outside our
Breaking
door.
news that there's just been
Yeah, there's
just
been localized flooding, but
yeah.
not global flooding.
So the covenant
So-
really is.
No, it's been kept. It's been kept. We just baptized the earth once. Okay?
Now just little areas as
now
needed.
we just
As
localize
needed.
baptizing
Yeah.
as needed. Exactly. Wow. And it's needed a lot around here.
I was gonna say it's right here. Oh no.
So the Tour de France on Saturday had a spectator hold up a large cardboard sign sticking out into the middle of the road with the message
Boy, this was not
saying
good.
hello to the person's grandparents. It really wasn't in the middle of the road, but Tony Martin on the Jumbo Visma team hit the sign, and you can see that the lady, he said...
Oh no, honey.
He said, I saw the lady, I saw the sign, but there was no time to react. I still can't understand
that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
how people can do this.
Yeah.
We're here to race our bikes. It's not a circus.
Oh, man.
That is kind of a circus. The woman who caused the huge crash is going to be sued, according to the race organizer. We're suing this woman who behaved so badly. We're doing this so that the tiny minority of people who do this don't spoil the show for everyone.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
That's literally
We wiped out almost
90% of the
all
field.
of them.
First of all,
So did she do that on purpose?
no. First of all, you can't sue her unless you find her. And
was gonna
they
say
have
this.
not found her. Last check, they don't know where she is or who she is. And if
She got the heck out of there, huh?
If a, yes.
Oh, crap.
If a cardboard sign causes this, perhaps it is a show. I mean, it is for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
They should've-
And they had another crash later.
Uh-oh.
After this one, a few miles down the road, the
Really?
cause was unclear. Maybe another little piece of cardboard. I don't know. And then he was caught in another crash, the same guy,
Oh gosh.
on Monday on the races. So maybe it is a circus after all, Tony.
Maybe
Maybe
they
it
should have
is.
just restarted the race.
Maybe you know.
You know?
Can we get the Miami bike cops to be a part of this Tour de France next year? Because they would have just powered through.
Right.
Oh, cardboard, whatever. Now a basket on my bike might get in the way, but cardboard will not.
That kind of precision.
Yeah, I know.
You just can't take for granted. And you can't just throw that into the Tour de France.
No.
This sloppy Tour de France where any roided up person can win it,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you. And
Even a roided up guy with one giblet can win the Tour de France
and
like 7 times in a row.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay,
and
but he was Okay. never
Yeah,
mind.
he's roided up.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Here's something to look forward to, or not.
not.
Researchers have developed world's first weight loss device to help the fight for global obesity epidemic. An intraoral device that restricts a person to liquid diet, dubbed the Dental Slim Diet Control. The device allows the wearer to open their mouths just 1/5 of a centimeter while still allowing users to breathe normally. 7 of the women who took part in the study lost 14 pounds in a couple of weeks, and the participants said, hey, they're satisfied with the results and motivated to lose additional weight.
Look at the graphic up there.
They also
Perfect for Jeffy.
Did you ask for that graphic, Jeff?
You know that was part of the.
Maybe they can be a chewing the fat sponsor for you there.
They also complained some of occasional discomfort, noted that life in general was less satisfying. One participant even admitted to cheating by consuming melted chocolate and carbonated drinks with the device.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah, thank you. And it was widely criticized as a medieval torture device. World first and world last, I hope. This is a torture device. You should be embarrassed to be promoting it.
So was it only women involved in this?
Well, of course, they clarified it. Well, no, but the women that took part in it lost the 14 parts.
Now, but they couldn't talk either, right?
The intent, yeah, you can still talk.
Really?
And you can still breathe. It just keeps you can't put a bunch of food in. But the intention of the device, Keith, they clarified it is not intended as a quick or long-term weight loss tool. It's aimed to assist people who need to undergo surgery and who cannot have the surgery until they have lost weight. You've seen My 600-Pound Life. I mean, Dr. No makes him lose weight and get on the plan before he does the surgery. And the surgery is expensive, right? I mean, back in the day, they used to wire people's jaws shut. Right, for years they did that, and people would get infections, and it caused all kinds of psychological problems. I'm sure there's not going to be any psychological problems.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure.
And plus, I mean, if you can still consume melted chocolate and carbonated drinks, I'm in. I could be in.
That surgery, by the way, can be dangerous.
I know.
I've had 2 friends that died from that.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had one friend that had he's got the balloon.
Yeah.
Where they went in and he can go in and they can blow it up to make the stomach smaller or larger as needed.
Yeah.
And that worked.
That's probably not as dangerous as the
still a surgery on that.
Yeah. It can be bad.
I know.
If that ruptures in any way and then all that stuff goes into your system, you just have very little chance.
Plus, if you go back to your regular eating style,
yeah, that's not good.
You balloon back out anyway.
And you wasted that money.
I know.
And you really do. I mean, that's why Roker was talking about this.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
Right?
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
So if you start eating the way you ate before, you're gonna poop your
pooped
pants.
in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
How about
your stomach's gonna grow again.
Right, ukulele guy. Israel, right?
Israel, yeah, from Hawaii.
Yeah.
He died a long time ago.
Yeah, 757 pounds at one point. He was
757.
Let's see a picture of him up there. You go.
Oh my.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
Big boy.
So when did he die?
97.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he died a long time ago.
Trying to find out what. It was.
It was natural causes. Speaking of weight loss, sure, there's tofu sausages and tempeh chunks and pea protein slices, but how about breadsteak? Yum.
Steak.
What's
It's a
happening here?
Parmesan-crusted chunk of pan-roasted sourdough that's decadent, fatty, salty, and
I'd eat that.
downright meaty.
I'll eat it in addition
I was
to
about
the
to say.
steak I'm going to have.
Yeah, that'd be a good
It's
appetizer.
in the vein of a ribeye. It's essentially a French toast. That's
Yeah,
what it is, really.
which
Is what it is.
I'm willing to eat in addition to my steak.
David Tamarkin called the creation his vegetarian steak swap. And then, of course, people were complaining because it's not really vegetarian that he claims because it's got Parmesan cheese on it.
No, that's vegan. You can be vegetarian without being vegan.
Yeah, vegetarian or Parmesan, the real stuff. They have it's made with some enzyme from calf intestine.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so they.
I didn't know that.
But the craft stuff.
That's why.
Craft stuff, you're fine.
Okay.
The craft stuff here in America, yeah, you're fine.
It's amazing when you talk to Stu about the things that he can't eat because they have some sort of animal product in it.
Yeah.
He won't touch it, like marshmallows. It's like marshmallows.
Yeah, they use bone dust.
What?
Yeah, they use bone dust in it.
Jello. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
Same stuff. That's what they make the Jello powder with.
Yeah, it's weird.
The Parmesan cheese that they use here in America is used with this cellulose powder, And that's like sawdust.
Oh, bone dust and cellulose powder.
That's
boy.
Just sawdust.
Let's
You're
eat,
fine.
yo.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Speaking of cellulose powder, though, I got to subscribe to Chewing the Fat podcast.
Wait, what do you mean? Speaking of,
I'm just throwing.
And what did that have to do with cellulose powder?
Yeah.
Powder?
Yeah, help us understand.
Speaking of cellulose powder, and I was thinking, you ought to subscribe to Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. That's all. Right. That doesn't matter. And I thought you'd want to know. Big news.
Yeah.
The Go-Go's have announced a brief run of U.S. West Coast tour in December and January, celebrating their upcoming induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So you're welcome.
The Go-Go's.
By the way.
Get that.
You're
the
welcome.
Go-Go's are going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, they are. At the end of October is the big celebration.
Foreigner is still not. They haven't even been nominated.
No.
Ever.
No.
They've never been nominated. They've been
no.
eligible since 2002, and not once have they been nominated.
Yeah, no, they're not going.
The
Go-Go's. I think we can give that up.
I'm not giving it up. No. Foreigner and Boston both need to go into the Rock Hall of Fame.
And Tommy James.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Three Dog Night.
If Foreigner goes.
Connells.
Connells.
What do you mean? What do you mean the Connells? Of course.
I mean, you got the Go-Go's, Tina Turner, Carole King going in this year, right?
Carole King made it too?
I think so. Go-Go's. Yeah, so, I mean, that's good news. Right? It's exciting news.
Carole King into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's a big one.
Really?
She had one album, please. That Tapestry album, and then never heard from again, really.
Should you need to be.
Feels like Pat
One
is
and done.
squaring up on you. Would you think that Pat's squaring up on you, Jeffy? Come on, say it. Pat's squaring up on you.
He's not going to square up on me. He knows better. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed, 888-900-3393 is the number to get in touch with us. In fact, let's go to Amy right now in West Virginia. Hey, Amy.
Hello, I have a bingo.
Oh, you sure do.
Nice.
Woo. Where did that happen?
Right down the middle column.
Okay. Starting with Jeffy.
Jeffy, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Followed by Joe Struggles with Numbers, the classic one.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And then So in the middle.
So, yep.
Yes. And then You Ain't Black from the commercial yesterday.
Okay.
And then Keith, That Should Be a Square.
That should be a square.
Nicely done.
All right.
Did we fix you up with your $35 to use at patheadshop.com?
Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks a lot, Amy. Appreciate your listening. It's great. So, did you notice? No hesitation. Bam! PatHeadshot.com. Like it's almost like it's my website, and I should probably know it. And I did.
I mean, it's like that.
Is that great?
Yeah.
So,
good job.
Okay.
Like
I mean-
you're truly happy about this. Could you say you're prideful right now? You're really soaking up the moment.
Yeah, but it's the last day I can be prideful on it. So
Right. Thank you.
Glad you got it in.
Pride Month, yeah. Dang it.
So
We're about to lose it. Ballistic virus missile tweets. Did the 69-year-old, we were talking about the 69-year-old grandmother.
The criminal.
The criminal who got arrested Monday. We finally got her off the streets of Los Angeles.
Thank you.
Man, was I scared. But fortunately, I'll be able to sleep a little bit better tonight knowing she's behind bars. 69-year-old grandma just walk into the Capitol, or did she parade in?
Yeah.
Because I hear parading into a building is now a crime. Hippie patriot, come on, Pat and Keith. You forgot to mention that the two grandmas were white.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's
critical.
an important distinction. Yep.
Critical. That is their real crime, and they may have had MAGA hats on. Oh, the horror.
No, they would have arrested her right then if they had.
They would have been shot in the head had they had MAGA hats on. Jeffy's meat sweats. Tweets. What?
Wow, that's detailed.
Yeah. Kind of icky, too, but thank you for that visual. Criminals enter the Capitol every time Congress is in session. But thank God Grandma was taken down.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a great point. There's about out of the 435 400 are criminals, probably.
Oh, that's being
generous.
Yes.
To say there's 35 innocent people in Congress. Scott Sweatman tweets, they're going to blame all these adverse reactions to the vaccine on Trump. They'll say he rushed them through the FDA trials, regulations, and guidelines. They'll blame it all on him, especially if he runs for president again. That's a good prediction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure. Right now, they're taking credit for it because the pandemic is sort of, can you call it under control? If we can't say it's over, can we say it's
definitely
under
not over,
control?
Right? It's definitely not over, and we've got the Delta variant crush on the world now.
Yeah, with 44 deaths in the UK out of 53,000 plus people who had it. It's a 0.08% death rate.
People died.
Yeah, people died.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Oh, here we are.
You're right. People died from it. People die in the bathtub every year. Every year. Slip and fall. I'd like to run the numbers on the bathtub situation. It's got to be way more.
Absolutely.
Let's ban
right?
I mean, that's why I stopped taking.
We should
bath.
ban bathtubs.
I stopped taking baths years ago. Man.
Did you?
Oh yes.
Yeah. I actually kind of did too. Seems to be a stand-up situation now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The shower.
Yeah, and I can't. The bath thing is not happening. Not doing that. That whole soaking in your own dirt thing. I'm not doing that.
Soaking in the U.S. By the way, total deaths, pedestrians every year, 5,870 just from walking down the street.
5,870.
It's about 6,000.
Wow.
I'm just looking here at your.
Were they walking to the bathtub?
There's got to be a bathtub stat.
Yes.
Control F bath. Oh, here we go. Drowning and submersion. 341 a year in the U.S.
Thank you. Yeah.
Compared to 44.
Don't lie.
The numbers don't lie.
Absolutely.
Compared to 44. That's amazing. All right. Our president making us proud day after day after day. And this is the last day we can be proud. So.
In the first day. Oh, no.
So let's soak in some of that pride right now because here he was avoiding saying numbers that he has, a little bit of a problem
He does
with.
have an issue with them.
He does. And now he seems to be trying to avoid them.
This deal will also put Americans to work replacing 100% of our nation's lead water pipes.
100% lead water pipes.
There's 400,000. Well, I won't get into the numbers. I get carried away. But
yeah, we'll get.
It's really dangerous.
Okay,
that's awesome.
You got to go back and play that again.
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's awesome.
He understands he can't do it.
Yeah,
I just can't do it. So I'm gonna. Come on. I've said too much. You know the thing.
I'm not going to bog you down with
this
facts.
deal will also put Americans to work replacing 100% of our nation's lead water pipes.
Oh,
he almost messed up there.
There's 400,000. Well, I won't get into the numbers. I get a little carried away, but it's really dangerous.
I won't get into the numbers.
I don't get carried away.
I can't say numbers anymore because of my cognitive decline. But no, did I say that out loud? Oh, I mean, numbers are not good, and I don't want to bore you with them.
Yeah, the Biden team was sitting in the back somewhere watching a closed circuit television, going, "Who reviewed this speech? We said no numbers. That's the new directive. What is happening? Why was there a number in there?
Why'd you put a number on in the teleprompter? Why? That's interesting, though, that they've noticed.
Yeah.
They realize it, too.
Absolutely, yes.
So great. I love the banner right now, just kind of distracted, because CNN is trying to blame the collapse of the condo in Miami on climate change.
Of course.
Yeah.
Climate change. Why decades of sea level rise at Surfside may be the cause.
This is 2 days in a row they pushed this
Come
narrative.
on!
Yeah, there's the salt air, and there's so much sea rise, and we go back to, I think we even joked around about it on Friday about the storms that have come through the area in the last 40 years,
right?
And have
only affected that one building.
Yeah, never mind the years of neglect for maintenance.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Now, coming up after the break, CNN's going to come back and tell us how there's an increase in bathtub deaths because of climate change. Coming up. I mean, seriously, what isn't caused by climate change in their world?
And then, so they go right from the disaster in Miami to the heat wave on both U.S. coasts, shattering all-time records. That, of course, also climate change.
Because it's causing the droughts.
And the whole "don't confuse weather with climate" thing, completely gone now. Completely gone. When it suits them.
Yes.
Like in the winter, it's not gone. Because in the winter, well, it kind of is then, too.
Yeah,
because they'll claim that's climate change. Yep. The unbelievable cold is climate change. And the unbelievable heat is climate change. And if it's about the same as always, that's climate change.
Well, yeah,
climate
because it's the extreme weather patterns.
Yeah.
I mean, not the weather patterns. I mean climate.
Right.
Wonder when they first patented that phrase.
Which?
Climate change. Because it went by, we were going to have a new ice age, and then it went to global warming, and then it was like the all-encompassing climate change. It's like, because should have thought this through beforehand.
They wanted to also talk about the cold being
exactly
part of global warming, and that didn't make any sense, so they had to come up with a new phrase.
Yeah, and that also was post the first date that we were supposed to all be dead from global warming.
Yeah.
Right, so then once we weren't dead with those dates, then we have to move on to another date with climate change.
Right. It's pathetic.
It sure is.
It's absolutely pathetic.
And it's also
I don't want to
summer.
bog you down
I'd like to
with
point out it's
numbers,
also
so.
summer.
Yeah. So it does get hot in the summertime. I don't know if they're aware of that.
And it's going to, Portland coming up back in the 80s, going to get down to 83.
Is it really?
Let's see. What
so from like 116
hold on. This is
to 83?
Hang on.
Oh, they'll be putting jackets on.
Hang on.
Wouldn't that be great if it would fluctuate like that in Dallas?
Yeah,
it just doesn't in the summer here.
So it'll be 83 tomorrow, and I'm sure that's going to be 88 today for a high in Portland.
88?
Not 116.
Wow.
That's what I have my AC set on at the house.
I doubt that.
88.
Meat sweats.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You got it at 88 so that
88.
you can conserve energy.
Wow.
It's
So when
it's
it
a
gets-
comfortable 88.
Yeah.
When the
I bet
low
it is.
temperatures next week get into the 50s in Portland, are they going to say global cooling or climate change or
Nope,
whatever?
they'll ignore it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll ignore it.
Completely ignore it.
Is it going to be in the 50s next week?
For lows, yeah. 80s and 50s, yeah.
Awesome. 888-900-3393. Also, Biden whispering again for some reason yesterday.
This is a big deal for him now.
Yeah, it's his new thing.
There's a medication imbalance or something. What do we get?
Check this out.
And people say, well, that's a giveaway. Hey, guys, I think it's time to give ordinary people a tax break.
Do ya?
The wealthy are doing fine.
But there isn't a one.
I mean it.
He means it, though.
I mean it. Why is this not a tax break for working folks when the stuff we give to the super wealthy are called tax breaks?
What?
He doesn't know what he's saying.
What the hell are you doing? What did he even... What?
Pat, he has no idea what he just said.
Seriously, he doesn't. Play that again. Listen to what he's saying here.
And there's no tax break for
There's
Americans.
no tax break at all for anybody.
Yeah.
That he's.
And people say, well, that's a giveaway. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
I think it's time to give ordinary people a tax break.
Stop smelling me.
The wealthy are doing fine. I mean it. I mean it.
I know you do. You're a
Why
Marxist.
is
like
this not
all the
a
rest.
tax break for working folks when the stuff we give to the super wealthy are called tax breaks?
What? Why is this not a tax break for folks when the stuff we're giving to wealthy are called tax breaks?
And he's really proud of himself at that moment, too. Like, he thought that what he just said was genius, because he's at the very end, he's just like, all right, you like that? I came up with that on my own.
I mean it.
I mean it. I'm serious. I'm not joking on that at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whispering thing. That's like he thinks he's serious and he's getting in your face with that seriousness.
Yeah. And he thinks it works, or it sounds folksy, or it's
folksy
really,
Joe.
really connecting with people.
Yeah, it's connecting.
Or something.
It's like at the kitchen table with that. I mean it.
Instead of he looks like a moron when he does it.
No, but now we know what all those women who he has sniffed their hair and rubbed their shoulders uncomfortably and awkwardly, we know what it sounds like in their ear when he's up on them like that. He's now doing it for all of us.
Here's his message to taxpayers making $400,000 or more a year.
And critically, we're going to get it all done without raising taxes on a single American earning less than $400,000. Now, all of you making over $400,000, I love you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's families, right?
But I don't mind a little bit if your taxes go up a little bit.
Oh.
But all kidding aside, I made a commitment. I would not support anything that raised a penny in tax on someone making under $400,000. And that means in this bill, there is no gas tax.
Oh, thank you. Nobody, I mean, not one. Gosh, he's
terrible.
Goodbye. Those are small businesses, by the way. Those aren't wealthy people, the 400,000. Those are small business owners that have to pay people.
Plus, the breakdown has shown that it's going to affect people who make $200,000. So, like half of what he's talking about.
Look, we did not put in anything, any gas tax.
Yeah, no gas tax at least.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
Great.
Ooh.
Since the price of gas has gone up $1.50 a gallon or whatever since he took over, that's great that he's not going to add a gas tax to it. Then he reminds us that he rides the train a lot.
This still represents the largest investment in American passenger rail and in freight rail since the creation of Amtrak. Now, I know I'm Mr. Amtrak. I've traveled over 2 million miles in Amtrak. I commute every day. I get it. I know you think I'm nuts.
Oh, we do.
What?
We do think you're nuts. You got that part right.
I think he believes that taking the train every day and taking it 2 million miles makes him sound
absolutely
like every man.
He loves it. Yes.
Look, every man cannot ride Amtrak every day.
No.
That would be an expensive
Every
proposition.
man barely rides New Jersey Transit.
Right. You can't. I mean, it's really expensive. If you were to take Amtrak from Delaware to D.C. every day, or even once a week, if that's what he did. We commuted home on weekends.
Used it more than that.
But I think it was every day.
Yeah, he used it more than that.
That's incredibly expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think it speaks to how much he enjoys the train. It shows that he's been in Washington, D.C. for half a century.
Yeah.
So thank you. Right. So it's less than 200 miles round trip. So how many days do you think he's been? You want to give him 365?
No,
but
because didn't. Because it would only be 5 days a week.
Right. Okay, but I'm gonna. Okay. Hang on. So 52 times 5. You want me to do 260 times? I'm going to give him the 200 miles. So that's 52,000.
So if we put the 18 minutes together along with the 7 minutes together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
If he took that every day, he might have put 2 million miles.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a big deal.
For half a century.
Years,
yeah, thank you.
What? What he's trying to be is every man there.
Right.
I'm just a middle class guy. Well, that's not a middle class thing.
It's Lunch Pail Joe there.
Yeah, just stupid. Also, Mr. Amtrak sat with the Israeli president, the new prime minister, yesterday, and this was very bizarre.
I was happy to have President Rivlin here, and I don't want it's not technically appropriate, but I'm so delighted his daughter is here. She's in the back right there.
Did they change? Pause it for a second.
I got to meet her.
Did they change the prime minister to president?
The president now?
Yeah, he's president, whatever his name is, he mumbled. But there's also a prime minister, too.
That's not the new prime minister, right?
That's okay. This is the president, not the prime minister.
Right.
Because I don't know what the new one looks like.
And here's
I don't either, but I thought, but when he said president, I was like, oh, that's not the prime minister.
But it's Israel. You don't have to commit anybody to memory because in 3 weeks they're going to have another election.
Yes, that's right.
And it's going to be a moot point.
Very true. Well, Netanyahu was prime minister for 15 years, but not consecutively. He was prime minister for the last 12 years consecutively, but he was prime minister before that for 3 years, and then it was interrupted, and then he became prime minister and came back again. That could happen again.
Oh, yeah.
He could do that again, and he's hoping to. So he's the leader of the opposition party now, and if this government goes south, he could jump right back in.
He's back in.
And
I do love that.
It may happen.
I do love that our president sitting with their president has his notes with him.
Yeah, he's looking at everything he's saying to him.
I don't think he can keep his name straight without notes. I'll bet he can't remember it.
I mean, he's saying all these nice
President
things
Rivlin.
and platitudes about Israel and he's reading from his notes.
All right, let's start that over again. Let's see this.
I was happy to have President Rivlin here, and I don't want it's not technically appropriate, but I'm so delighted. His daughter is here. She's in the back right there.
Wow.
I got to meet her
Weird.
and talk about our kids and grandkids and all the like. At any rate, I just want to thank the President for being here. And
pause it for a second. So he says it's not appropriate, and
It's
then
not
he does it.
well, technically.
And then he does it anyway.
It's not technically appropriate.
Why? Protocol wise, or because it's just creepy that you're mentioning his daughter for no apparent reason.
Because my wife is going to slap me up against the head for mentioning some other female.
His daughter's here, and we talked about her kids, and we talked about her grandkids, and
gee, her hair smells terrific.
Made some plans.
And, I'm pretty sure that she uses Pantene Pro V.
Oh, Pantene Pro V?
Yeah, it's really.
Oh, that's a good
smells good. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
That's good for split ends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
It's the
know.
moisture formula. Her hair was very moist.
It was.
I liked it.
Her hair was moist. Wow.
Anyway, back to you, Mr. President.
Anyway, that's inappropriate. I'm going to talk about something else now. Here it goes.
dedication to strengthening relationships between the United States and Israel. Thank you. And as
we're looking at my
American
notes
press
now.
here can tell you, my commitment to Israel is, well, they can't tell you anything. Actually, they're not supposed to. It's ironclad.
What is that? Stop for just a moment.
I figured it out.
What is that?
No, I
don't
just
know.
figured it out. I got it. It's the press. Probably not allowed to talk to him when they're in there. I bet that's what that was, huh?
Okay, that makes sense.
Now
I mean,
I get
it makes sense.
I thought he was talking to his staff.
But he's, well, they can't talk. I can't say that because they can't talk to you. But
That's what I thought it was. But
really weird.
It's just weird.
Yes.
I've never seen the like of it.
he's gone.
Yeah, he is.
He is so gone.
I mean, he's saying I'm just amazed at saying all these nice things, and he's got to be looking at
Right. That's a great point. Yeah, and
mean,
the first time I saw that, though, I thought that he was like, I'm not allowed to say we have a rock-solid commitment,
We'll finish this up coming up in a minute. First, I got to tell you about swimsuit weather. It's time for the official candy bar of swimsuit weather, Built Bar. Did you know Built Bar has 9 delicious flavors? You probably do know that by now. And the occasional,
sometimes I feel like it's more than that.
Because they have the occasional limited time only flavor. That's why there's so many at a time sometimes. But they've got like the coconut almond, cherry, raspberry, mint brownie, peanut butter brownie, double chocolate, salted caramel.
You didn't name any that I don't like.
I love them all. Except I'm not a fan of coconut. Those are the only ones I haven't tried. All the rest of these
good, though.
I absolutely love. There's something for everybody. And it'd be great to get a mixed box and just try 2 of each of the 9 flavors. Built Bars aren't just the best tasting protein bar. They're also good for you. They're really high in protein and fiber. And they're low in calories and sugar and carbs, actually. Only 4 grams of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs. You just can't beat that. Go to Built.com and use the promo code PAT15. You'll save 10% off your first order. Use the promo code PAT15 for 10% off at Built.com.
This is Pat Gray.
Got some tweets here. Rowdy Introvert tweets, foreigners in all-white male group. Their chances to make it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are slim to none at this point in history.
In today's world, you aren't kidding.
Tobin for Pope campaign tweets, I don't recall all of these companies changing their logos for Black History Month. Let you know where their priorities are.
Well, then. Good point.
How they did for Black Lives Matter, though.
Who would win in a fight between Black Lives Matter and the LGBTQIA2+ group?
Oh, Black Lives
Who wins?
Matter.
You think so?
Absolutely.
They have a propensity
Who has
to
more pull?
burn things down to the ground.
The trans thing right now is so powerful that I mean,
Yeah,
out
but
of
Black Lives
nowhere.
Matter. Black Lives Matter is all incorporating all of those, though.
Yeah, they are. Well, yeah, they are. That's
you
true.
can't be any of those Pride and the Trevor Project and all that stuff. They all are for the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. From I'm Not a Cat. Can we make Pride Month in February so there's at least Be 2 less days to have it crammed down everybody's throats. No,
thank you.
No,
thank you.
Because
it should be moved to July, so we've got 1 extra day.
Thank you, you hater.
No, they put Black History Month in the short month. I mean, that's the one that gets
That's right.
Short end of the stick there.
Right? Right?
Right?
All right, we got to finish up with Biden next. Triple 888-900-3393. Edit Pat Unleashed on Twitter. All right, we got to finish up this Joe Biden thing. As he's sitting there with the Israeli president, Rivlin. This isn't the prime minister; it's the president.
Right.
And so,
it's a proud moment for America here.
Yeah, proud moment.
Hello.
Here's what he has to say about.
I was happy to have
everything.
President Rivlin here.
Okay.
And, I
do
don't
something
want,
inappropriate now.
Technically appropriate, but
okay.
I'm so delighted. His daughter is here. She's in the back.
I bet you are.
I got to meet her and talk about our kids and grandkids and all the like. At any rate,
and all the
I just
like.
want to thank the president for being here and for your dedication to strengthening the relationship between the United States and Israel. Thank you.
Oh yeah. What else do I need to say?
As the American press here can tell you, my commitment to Israel is. Well, they can't tell you anything. Actually, they're not supposed to. But it's ironclad. It's real. It's something that I often say. If there weren't an Israel, we'd have to invent one. And so
let me look at my notes again.
This includes.
This includes.
We're we're committed
I lost my place.
to unwavering commitment to self-defense.
Oh yeah.
And today we're going to be discussing a broad range of challenges, including Iran. What I can say to you, Iran will never get a nuclear weapon on my watch, as they say.
What I can
say, working
say,
closely with the Israeli government that took office earlier this month. I'm looking forward to hosting Prime Minister Bennett at the White House very soon. And the U.S. fully supports normalization of the relationship between Israel and Middle Eastern countries that you're making some headway on, and Africa as well. And beyond the important progress, we are really looking forward to building back a wider
Build back better.
block of peace and stability. Going forward, Mr. President, the United States and Israel are going to continue to work together to advance peace in the region. And
he had to look at his notes for that. You're right,
the entire
Jeffrey.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
The entire thing.
And he doesn't really know what he's talking about. I don't think.
Peace in the region. This is where
we're looking forward to your relationship with the Middle East, and Africa.
Yeah,
I know that important bond you have with Nigeria.
Yes,
critical relationship that you share with the Republic of the Congo.
Yeah.
Because Israel and the Republic of Congo
ironclad
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
And we all know
punch above their weight.
The Republic of the Congo is always punched above their weight.
As they say.
As they say.
Is this weird?
I wouldn't be surprised if on his little cheat sheet card they actually said "make a fist," like you're really sincere. We're just
make fist here. Yeah. But then you run the risk of him actually reading that.
I know.
It says make fist here.
I know.
Yeah.
Ironclad. Make fist here.
No, you're right. There's no way they wrote that down.
There's no way.
No.
You wouldn't do that.
You're right.
Yeah,
but
they told him to.
Ironclad. When you get to ironclad, think of the fist. Ironclad. There's no way that they put that on the paper.
Let's guarantee these conversations go on
absolutely
daily.
Let's go over this again, Mr. President. Okay, when do you make the fist? At what word?
Ironclad. When I look at the notes, ironclad.
Good.
Now,
give him pudding.
If you poop your pants, what do you do? What do you do?
Al.
Power through. Just keep going.
You don't mention it. You don't mention it like Al did, okay?
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
You don't say that.
Don't.
Al said that. You should not.
But that happened at the White House, too.
I just pooped my pants.
Oh, yeah. What does Joe Biden and Al Roker have in common? They both pooped in their pants at the White House.
I just pooped my pants.
We need to get the press out of here.
A report on that.
Oh, that's bad.
That sure
it's
is.
Just bad.
I know.
It's humiliating.
He's our guy, though.
It's beyond embarrassing. He's humiliating us now.
I want my damn Trump back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love that guy.
Oh, man. All right. Didn't we? Did
Oh,
you?
yeah,
Jeffy
we
sent
had
something
the,
in.
we had the thing where we calculated wrong on his
No.
time taking the train.
Somebody calculated wrong. I'm not saying it was me.
The numbers don't lie.
Thank you.
But he told the story at this speech that he gave yesterday or the day before where he was talking about his infrastructure deal.
Okay.
And he mentioned the guy that he knows from the Amtrak station.
Again?
in
Angelo.
Delaware. Yeah,
He told that
Angelo.
story again?
And he
where the
t-
guy comes up and grabs his cheek or
Yes.
whatever.
And he tells it again.
Oh, jeez.
And
That's
a guy
so
named
weird.
Angelo Negri came up. He goes, "Joey, baby," grabs my cheek like that. And I thought they were going to shoot him. I really did.
I thought they were going to shoot him.
I thought they were going to shoot him. He's a friend. He's like, what the?
I didn't want him to.
And he said, "Big deal, Joey. 1 million, whatever it was, 300,000 miles. You know how many miles you travel on Amtrak, Joey?" And I said, "No, Ange, I know." And he said, "At retirement dinner, we calculated it. We estimated 127 days a year." When they named a station after him in my city, someone complained that Biden was using his influence.
What?
I keep forgetting I'm president.
I'm sure he didn't use his influence to get the station named after him.
Well, when they named the station after me. Yeah? Somebody said there was an influence thing. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. That's really riveting. That was good stuff.
Puddings and eating.
Guy, man.
So those numbers don't add up to 2 million miles, right?
No, he's 1,300,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
what
right.
he said.
No, okay. All right. So 127 days a year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, it was almost
200
round
miles.
trip, 200 miles. Yep.
And 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 1.2 or 1.3 million.
1.27.
Okay.
1,300,000 is what he said. Yeah, 1,000,003.
So congratulations on being a lifelong politician.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shows he's been there for 49 years too long. We should have realized it after the first year. Said, okay, that's enough. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
But bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Don't worry about that return ticket.
Oh, man.
I wonder how close he came to losing along the line in Delaware. You know, how close were we almost
to getting rid of him?
Done with him in D.C., which could have changed, you know.
Oh, I bet it hasn't been close for a while.
You don't think so?
Not for a long time.
No, not for a long
maybe in the
time.
beginning it was, but it hasn't been close.
No
you know
way.
that. I mean, he's a fixture now. They just
Yeah.
automatically vote him in.
Yes.
It was like Orrin Hatch in Utah. You just
And
automatically.
nobody ever ran against him. You know, I mean, he would knock off anybody that had any chance at all.
Of course.
No way.
A Republican certainly wouldn't have a chance.
No way.
Yeah, so in 1972, he won 50-49. I think that's probably as close as I'm looking at these numbers. Yeah, that's definitely as close as it ever got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the game's changed so much where it's almost a lock. You almost don't even have to bother with it. And if he didn't spend a dime on his campaigns, he'd still win handily.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had to spend a dime because he had to feed the family.
Yeah.
And they needed to be paid for their campaign work.
That's exactly right. That's the only reason he has a
I know.
campaign is so that he can pay off family members. That's great. And it comes back to him because he gets the kickback. What was it, 50% goes to the big guy? Is that what it was? Or was it 10%?
No, I think it was 10%.
10%?
10% for sure goes to the big guy, yeah.
All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got another set of pronoun story about now.
Oh, boy.
I like this. This is great. We're going to find out about some more preferred pronouns that you got to take into consideration here.
What are your preferred pronouns? They, them. Oh, I've
They,
never
them.
heard those before. What are they? They're what's known as neopronouns.
Neo.
What are neopronouns? They're basically your own custom pronouns. When no other pronouns seem to fit, you come up with your own pronouns. Anything can really be a pronoun.
Really?
Oh, how do I use them?
Not true.
It depends on the person and their pronouns.
She said so.
Pause
They,
it for a
them
second.
She said it was
yeah,
true.
and
okay?
it's not.
This is a
though.
TikTok
She can say
video.
anything she wants, but it's not true.
No, Jeffy's
that
right.
anything can be a pronoun.
No, we're in TikTok world right now.
Thank you.
TikTok rules.
Okay. Well, by TikTok rules, maybe, but in the real world, no. Not anything can be a pronoun. Go ahead, TikTok.
It depends on the person and their pronouns. They, them follows a similar spelling to they and them, and even similar grammar rules like zer and zer. So they, them, themself, theirs, things like that. Oh, okay. And there are other neopronouns you said? Well, yeah, because they're customizable. Anything can be a pronoun.
They're customizable, duh.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Does she have
that
clown
you can
makeup
customize
on,
your
or what's the
pronouns.
deal?
Yeah, it's just yes,
Mhm.
it's just
Okay.
makeup for the.
All right.
And she's talking to herself.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be committed. Is the bottom line?
No,
here.
They're just insane. They're just.
She's answering the questions that
she
she's
is asking.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good point. That's good.
I don't know what's more disturbing, the fact that she made up words to describe herself or the fact that she was having a conversation with herself. Either way.
And that's why she had the makeup on the left side.
Right.
That was the side that was answering the
I
questions,
see.
and there was no makeup on the right
No,
side.
that's good.
That was the side that was asking the question.
Yeah,
Duh.
she needs to be
That was really nicely done. Good
committed.
for her. That was cool. Yeah, that's great.
Zazem. There.
Oh, man.
I don't know why you hate.
Oh, I know why I hate. It's because I have to watch videos like that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. There's your answer.
Stupidity.
Don't watch them.
So the word run can be a pronoun now? Even though it used to be a verb. If anything can be a pronoun.
Yes.
You want us to call you Ron?
Run.
Run?
Run.
Run?
Yeah.
Run?
Ron's already a name.
Yeah.
Like a run pat?
Yeah,
run
like
pat?
run.
Just run.
Run.
So
Refer to me as Run.
do we have to change the name of the show now? Is it Run Unleashed?
Yeah, maybe for a few minutes anyway.
Or can we just combine it? Run Leashed?
Yeah, maybe.
Ah. But you're all about
Unleashed
economy of letters and
Okay,
stuff?
that time is over now.
Run
So
Leashed.
we're back to the real world.
Back to the real
world. So ridiculous. What a world. And we're just supposed to accept your premise.
Anything can be a pronoun now. Anything can be a pronoun.
No, no.
Whatever. If you want to
Not
be
anything
called,
can be a pronoun.
Whatever you want to be called.
I don't know.
care.
I'm not doing it.
I don't care.
I do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You can say whatever you want on TikTok, but that doesn't mean I have to abide by it. I'm not going to.
I mean, if you want to be called there or they or whatever you want.
If that's what you want, I'm going to tase you. Okay?
We can't even
because,
communicate with each other now.
You're going down.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have your personal
I'm gonna
taser with
tase
you?
You.
Wait.
Whoa. Can we demonstrate this?
I'd like to, yeah. Maybe I should bring my taser in and tase you and see how it feels.
That
You
sounds
wanna do
like
that?
a good idea.
Doesn't that
It
sound
sure
fun?
does.
It
Yes,
sounds fun, right?
It does sound like fun. Nothing I enjoy more than just
If
waiting
you could
to be
take that
tased.
bad boy down, how many of these tasers would you sell?
Oh, 1 million, 1 billion. But they are great, and they can protect you and your family, and they can do it safely. And that's, our number one priority, right? Keeping your family safe. Taser's line of non-lethal self-protection devices. They're small, they're lightweight enough to carry with you in your glove compartment, your purse, your fanny pack, your pocket. Really, they're powerful enough to incapacitate an attacker. More than 237,000 lives have been saved with the Taser network of devices. Really amazing. Start protecting yourself and your family with Taser today. It's available without a permit in most U.S. states. For a limited time, Taser will let you take advantage of their best offer available and save $60 on the Pulse Plus bundle. With a Taser Pulse Plus device, cartridges, and holster at Taser.com. Save $60 right now by using the code PAT at Taser.com. Spelled TASER.com. Taser.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, so we have a popular YouTuber, Ollie London.
Oh, Ollie London, sure.
Is Ollie one of the influencers?
Yes, he is.
And what is he?
I bet you know who he is, don't you, Jeffy?
I am a little familiar
Of
with
course you are. What does he do?
He's a British influencer, it says.
What
and
does he
he's
tell-
got his number of followers. He's been struggling to become a Korean BTS star.
Korean,
but he's British.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
I know.
Wait,
but
what's
if
happening?
you watch the video, he's
Oh, here we
actually
go.
had some surgery now.
Yeah, let's see this.
And he's now identifying as Korean.
Oh, another one who needs to be committed. Okay, what do we got?
And I hope people can respect my decision. It's a very tough decision to come out this way, but I am coming out as non-binary. I don't feel I identify as male or female. I just feel like I'm just in the middle. And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin, because I know a lot of people don't understand me, but I do identify as Korean. and I do look Korean now. I do feel Korean. I don't identify as British, so please don't refer to me, any media or anyone online as British, because I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country. That's exactly how I look now.
No.
And I also identify as Jimin. That's my Korean name.
Jimin.
But not only that,
he looks like that. What are you talking
I know it's a
about?
little bit confusing for some people. Nobody's ever come out as Jimin or Korean, but this is something that you guys know if you've followed my journey for the last 8 years. I've really struggled with identity issues.
Yeah. It's just what I identify as now. I'm there he is on the left before surgery, and there he is on the right. Is that not cultural appropriation?
Thank you.
Something.
No, because he's identifying.
He's identifying.
He needs to work on his Korean accent a little bit.
Yes, he does.
Corby has pointed out.
Blimey, I have I identify as Korean now.
Of souls.
I come from Korea. I come from Seoul, Korea. I was born there.
Do you?
I was born there.
What part of town is that accent?
Northern.
Northern Seoul.
Northern Seoul.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been so Overton windowed by the insanities among us that the part of that video that made the most sense is when he said he's non-binary. I'm right in the middle. I'm not male or female. Wow, that just what a breath of fresh air compared to the rest of the train wreck of that video. Oh my goodness.
So he's non-binary.
Yep.
Do we know his sexual preference?
No, he's right in the middle, Pat.
He's right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Okay, so he's right in the middle, but he is Korean now because
he identifies
he did
as
something
Korean
to his
now.
eyes.
And you won't call him Ollie anymore. You will call him Jimin. Jimin.
They, them, Jimin.
They, them. Don't forget that.
They, them, Jimin.
They wants to be called Jimin.
Is the one kid from the Korean pop band, right?
Okay, I was wondering where that name came from.
Is that what the Korean boy bands?
Yeah.
Well, he looks just like him now, so now he's got the same name.
What do they call
like
it?
him.
K-pop.
Yeah.
K-pop.
It's K-pop, yeah. Are the Koreans offended by this? Because the surgery
You
thing,
sound like you're offended
I
for
am.
the Koreans.
I am offended on their behalf.
Yeah.
I am.
I don't think they need you.
They probably don't, but they got my help anyway. Okay? You have my help and my sympathy for this British guy trying to pretend and horn in on your, on your nationality.
Pretend?
He spent $100,000.
It's cute. Has
like
the guy ever even been to Korea and all of a sudden now he is Korean?
He just told you it's his culture. It's his heritage. What do you need from him?
Thank you.
What do you need from this guy?
Thank you.
And you will respect him.
Reality.
Jimin.
I need reality
His
from this
truth,
guy.
that is his truth and reality, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
for bringing me back.
Thank you.
To where we are in
here we go.
This time frame that's so beautiful now, where you don't have to actually be Korean. You can just identify as Korean. It's a beautiful time.
You can step out. You can step out of TikTok world. We're back. We're back in the studio here. Seriously, we are
unreal. I mean, seriously, why aren't these people honestly getting mental help?
Mm-hmm.
Not to make fun of him, but it's sad. It's really sad. So you're so messed up in your mind that you don't. You're trying to pretend you're not British anymore to the point where you actually alter your face, which has got to be insulting to them.
Yep.
And now you just identify as Korean. That's my culture. That's my nationality. That's my heritage. No, it isn't. No, it's not. You might look at your parents and realize, it's not your history or your heritage. Okay.
His parents may have disowned him at this point. Who knows?
I would like to see what the parents have to say.
I'm curious.
Whatever money he's making as an influencer probably
that's a good point.
in that.
Someone who knows over here voicing their opinion.
Oh, well, leftists, the headline on this is leftists are outraged after he comes out as transracial Korean. Transracial. So the transracial thing, now that's a step too far for the lefties.
Right. and by the way, I have to ask, is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too far for me, but so
I know
is
that
the
you're speaking
man-to-woman thing.
I mean, you're speaking on behalf of Koreans now. It's kind of upsetting to me, to be
Is it?
honest.
It's upsetting to you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my.
It is. I don't necessarily like you speaking for Koreans.
We'll
But
deal with
whatever.
it. Deal with it.
You
I just
don't want to
decided
go
I'm
for
going to. I'm going
I
to.
know that.
Okay,
You don't
I'm
want to
going
go for the mentally ill trifecta here, do you? With the pro-vaccine
don't tell
video
me
that
we
we
have
have.
another one.
We got a vaccine song that is really, really bad. Just when you think that they can't get any worse.
Oh, is it this guy?
This guy. Let's play this stupid. Ugh.
What's the deal with the wife beater T-shirts today?
They're back.
It's a whole theme.
This
They're
time.
back.
He's fawning over his vaccine card.
They're pissed.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's got.
Oh, he's going out. He's going to go hang out on the town here.
Wearing slacks.
That's awesome.
He's still wearing a mask because he doesn't want to be mistaken for a Trump supporter.
That's awesome.
What a buffoon! But you're okay with being a buffoon, but don't mistake him for a Trump supporter. Okay, he's obviously an absolute buffoon.
Yeah, he's a loser. You got no friends. Stop.
By the way, that's not how you spell friends. So, waxed, wearing slacks.
See, I'd like this song if it wasn't the rest of it.
Member of Cult 45.
Ugh. Oh my gosh.
You look like an idiot.
Which is worse? Seriously, I'm a little confused now. The transracial Korean or this guy?
The vaxxed wax wearing slacks guy?
I like the waxed wearing slacks.
I
like that.
It's catchy.
It is catchy.
The music, the voice, I can
catchy.
dig it. It's the
catchy.
lyrics that
It's not transracial.
It's not transracial. So who you? So who's the more mentally disturbed so far today?
Vaxxed, waxed, wearing slacks.
And then we had the lady talking to herself.
You know what? That should be the name of the show today.
Vaxxed, waxed, and wearing slacks. Think about it.
Think about it.
Yep. Boy, this is some world we live in, huh? Isn't it fun?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. So he's vaxxed, waxed, and wearing slacks.
A lot of talent out there.
I wonder if he knows that a lot of the people who've been vaxxed are not wearing slacks anymore. Well, I don't know what they were buried in, actually, but a whole bunch of them have died from being vaxxed and waxed, and I don't know what they're wearing at their burial.
Well, a lot of lives have been saved as well.
Show the chart that shows how many vaccine deaths there have been over the years.
Yeah, since 1990, it's usually around 500 a year.
From the vaccine itself.
It's almost exactly the same every year. It's almost a straight line all the way across until you get to now.
Oh, look at there.
And then it skyrockets to almost 6,000.
And that's just the first half, not even the first half of this year.
And that's U.S. or global?
That's U.S. Right? Or is that global?
I think
That's a good question.
That was CDC, so I think it's U.S.
CDC, I think it is. It's from VAER, the VAERS.
Theirs might be.
Department.
I don't know, actually, if that's a.
I don't know. Is that worth singing vax, waxed, and wearing slacks?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right.
Yes, it is,
All
my
right.
friend.
Thank you then, Jeffy, for that information. All right, we will see you again tomorrow, right back here. Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.